So I feel like this one's going to be a really intense one. So I am having a drink of
water.
That's strong water. It's really annoying because usually I'd be so open about drinking water, but in my say it or shut it video I got demonetized, and it's not that I need to be monetized, but it's kind of annoying. Like, why demonetize me? Anyways, hi. A bit of a stupid intro to the video, sorry. But hello, hi, it's Adam. How are you? How you doing? Are you doing good? I'm so happy that you're doing good. Today's video I am going to be doing something that no one does anymore. This was a trend probably well over a month ago, but I don't upload videos, and when I do, I upload what I want. So here I'm uploading what I want. Basically, if you haven't seen this trend floating around, because obviously it's a really old one, so you might have forgotten that this even existed, but today I'm going to be answering people's assumptions about me. If you've never seen one of these before and you don't know what that means, it's basically where I just ask like my viewers and followers and shit what they assume about me. Pretty much. Like with all YouTubers, you just see a very specific side of me, and I was kind of curious as to what people actually think of me, so I wanted to do this video. I also am a very strong Leo. I have a really big
Ego.
and I'm a narcissist, and I like talking about myself. So this was a perfect opportunity for me to do that. But basically, I headed over to Instagram and put a story on and asked people just to send in their assumptions about me. I said for people to be brutal, but oh my god, some of you went in. I don't know whether or not you guys don't know that the questions aren't anonymous, but they're not. I can see what you're saying, you twats. But yeah, but whoa. But yeah, sorry, I have rambled on for too long. I always ramble in intros, so I apologise, but basically, why was I just like holding up a stop sign? Right, let's pull up my Insta. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. So I got quite a few, so thank you very much for people that asked. So the first one, if you don't already know, there's like an inside joke with us lot that are all here. If you knew, I'll explain. Basically, I was like coined the BTEC James Charles. I can't remember how or why. Oh my god, it was from my friend's video, Bambino Becky. I was in one of her videos briefly, and everyone just commented that it was the BTEC James Charles, and they kind of made it a thing. And someone said, you and James Charles are secretly together and Ariana is your kid. And you hit the nail right on the head. Me and James Charles are an item, and I actually gave birth to Ariana Grande out of my hole. The same person actually asked another question, and this one's actually quite a serious one, and I'm excited to answer this. You've never been in a relationship. I actually haven't. I don't know whether or not that'll come as a shock to anyone, because I feel like I give off quite like a hoe-esque vibe. Like, I tweet about boys and stuff like that a lot, but I've never actually been in a relationship. I've never even kissed a boy sober. All of my experiences with men, I have only ever been drunk or at least tipsy for. So I technically say that I've never even had my first kiss. But yeah, I mean, the last relationship I had, I was 15 and it was with a girl. Someone said you're either 3 foot or 8 foot. I feel like online it's really hard to gauge whether or not someone's like tall or short. I'm actually really short. I feel like when I meet people, like, you guys are all tiny, but I wear heels every day, and at events and stuff like that where I've met people, I'm always in heels, so I feel like I look potentially a lot taller than I am. Out of heels and stuff like that, I'm about 5'7", which for a boy is, I think, considered pretty short, but I like it because it means I'm gonna be the small spoon. So someone said you smell like shit. Yeah. You have a really hot Australian boyfriend that you met on Twitter 3 years ago. Well, I mean, I know I just said I've never been in a relationship, but it's very easy to lie on YouTube, so anyways. Someone said that you hated school. For this one, it's kind of like a 50-50 double-edged sword situation, because I'm a really social person. I enjoy being around my friends and stuff like that, so the social side of school, for the most part, I really enjoyed. However, the parts of school that I didn't really like were obviously like the school part. I'm not gonna lie, I am a pretty intelligent person. I just don't really try very hard. I have never really been someone that's into academic work. I can do it. I've just never been a fan, even though for some reason I chose to fucking go to university for 3 years. I was such an idiot doing that. I hated English, I hated science. I did actually like maths, but that's just because I was quite good at it. And also, if you don't already know, I am gay. Whoa, shock. And I came from a really shitty small town. So the first couple of years at my secondary school, I did get bullied quite a lot. I push it down a lot. Like, I don't really think about how much shit I got in school, because it kind of died off towards the end. Like, when I got to like year 9, 10 and 11-ish, and like sixth form and stuff like that, it died down a lot. But I remember my first 2 years of school, I got so much shit and was like, I would literally get shoved into like lockers in the halls, and like people would like For, like, someone said, this girl actually asked quite a few. Thanks, hon. Tasha Goodwin, queen. You used to have social anxiety. This one's like a bit of a touchy one because I was never like diagnosed with any form of anxiety. I had gone to a few doctor's appointments and like therapy sessions and stuff, but I never got an official diagnosis of any sort of mental illness. But like when I was, this is getting really serious, I didn't expect this to happen. Whoa. But especially like in sixth form, things just got really, really intense for me. And I remember literally my teacher sent me to go to like the doctors, and like they said that I was showing signs of things like anxiety and depression and stuff when I was like, I think I was like 16, 17 at the time. I didn't find that specific type of therapy actually helped me in any way, so I kind of dropped out of doing that. And slowly but surely I feel like now I'm in, I think, a much better place. This is literally just my therapy now. I do have quite bad anxiety moments a lot recently. Like for some reason I've been getting really bad anxiety when I go to bed, which is weird because it's supposed to be where you're chilling. Tasha also said, when you were like 12, you were either shit at makeup or didn't use it. I didn't use it. When I was 12, what year was that? I was in year 8. I didn't start putting on makeup until I think I was about 16. And even then, all I did was kind of like lightly fill in my eyebrows and wear a little bit of like mascara or something. It's only really since I've come into university that I have started, you know, going all out at makeup. So, I mean, I'm assuming at 12 I probably would have been shit at makeup because I didn't wear it. So this question made me laugh really, really hard because I don't know whether or not she knows if this is anonymous. I'm not gonna name her, but she'll watch this and she'll know who she is. She said, you're stuck up and don't want to get to know new people. And first of all, I've met you a couple times, so that's rude. On a real, I feel like people probably would get this impression of me. Like, I won't lie. I feel like when I first meet people, sometimes I can be really like quiet and standoffish, and it's nothing to do with like the other people. Well, sometimes it is, because sometimes I just don't like people straight away. But a lot of the time, I just get really in my head about the way that I'm gonna come across to people. So I tend to kind of like dial things back, especially when I'm around other people. Like, I actually said this to Becky a couple of weeks ago when I was like around a couple of new people with her. I remember saying to her after they had gone, I was like, was I like okay then? Because I feel like I was really like awkward and quiet. And she was like, no, you were alright, but you were quiet. Like, sometimes I do think that people will think that I'm a bit like rude when I first meet them. I don't mean to be. I want everyone to like have good experiences when meeting me, but sometimes I'm just too awkward and uncomfortable. But I'm always down to get to know new people, so that part is not true. I'm just gonna finish that. You lost your virginity before you were legal. No, this isn't actually true. I won't get into any details because I don't want to get demonetized. The first sexual experience I had with a guy, I was 17. I believe the actual age of consent and stuff is 16, so technically I was legal. And then I guess, if you know how gay sex works, I lost my actual virginity at 18. Which again, I don't know whether or not that'd shock people, but yeah, I lost my virginity a couple months into moving into uni. Someone said you're shy, but when someone comes up to you, you're super chatty. Kind of going off of what I just said, this I feel like is quite true. Like, I'm never really the first person to like approach people. I'm really awkward and get scared, especially meeting you guys. Like when I've been at events and stuff like that, I do recognize a lot of you and I want to say hello, but I worry that you're gonna like, I don't want to look like that person that comes up to you and like, hi, do you want a picture or anything like that. Like, I don't want to be that person, but I'm also like, I'm just awkward. So also, this is just a PSA. If you ever see me in public, literally ever see me in public, please say hello because I love it. It's an ego boost and it's always really, really nice to see you guys. Flossie really came for me just now. She said, you have an alcohol problem. What alcohol? I only drink water, you know? That was a really satisfying noise. On a real though, like to get deep again, I feel like a lot of people probably think that I have an alcohol problem or like a water problem. I show a very specific side of me on like YouTube and social media and stuff like that, and a lot of the time I am drunk, like on Snapchats and Instagrams and stuff. I'm not drunk all the time. I don't have an alcohol problem, at least I don't think I do. It's just a lot of the time that's when I decide to post a lot on social media because I'm drunk and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna post loads of stupid stuff. And then I see it the next day and I'm like, why did I do that? She said, you want to get away from the pink thing and you just want to be a Zoe Alexander. You told me to sing a pink song. I didn't want to sing a pink song. You're a loyal friend, you look like you are. I would like to think so, I hope so. When I'm drunk, I kind of get tunnel vision on like boys. So like, especially when I'm drunk, I know that sometimes my priorities do shift and I spend a lot more time with like boys and stuff. But I would like to think that the majority of the time, yeah, my loyalties do lie with my friends because I love them. You were scared of wearing makeup as a teen just in case you were judged. Yeah, like I said earlier, I feel like I already kind of touched on this, but where I come from, shit like wearing makeup and pretty much just being gay was not really acceptable. Even now, like when I went home for Christmas, I would go on nights out and I would wear like full face of makeup up, and like in my town there's just kind of pubs and stuff. It's not like you go clubbing, so I would just walk into the pub and there would just be a lot of, do you know what, it's weird, a lot of the middle-aged men and like the older men that are in there just like drinking their pints, I don't get much stick off of them, which you would expect. The shit that I actually get are from people that are around 24, 25, and it's just weird homophobic boys. It's kind of just the same people that would target me in school that are still just like stuck in the same town. They're pretty much the only ones that I get shit off of. I remember especially when I was younger, I was scared of wearing makeup. One time, oh my god, I forgot about this. I had gone into work and I was wearing literally barely any eyeshadow. I had gotten like a little bit of black out of a palette that my ex-girlfriend had left at my house, and I had just put a little bit along my lash line and blended it just a tiny little bit. And I went to work, and the chef that I was working with, pretty much as soon as I walked into the kitchen, pointed it out and was like, "Are you wearing eyeshadow?" And he wasn't really like horrible about it. He was kind of poking fun and was like laughing about it. I mean, it didn't feel great, but it's not like he was being like, "Ew, are you wearing eyeshadow, you gay boy, mate?" He just found it funny that I was wearing eyeshadow, I guess. And I got so embarrassed and defensive and was like,
"What? No, of course. What? Eyeshadow? Ew. Why would I wear that? I'm a boy."
And I ran to the bathroom, washed it off and cried for about 5 minutes. Someone said you're desperate as fuck, and honestly, yeah, boys, slide into my DMs. You're an actual joker to be around at parties. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. I think I'm a fun time when it comes to like parties and going on nights out and stuff like that. It's weird, when I'm drinking, sometimes I hit like a point where like past that, I'm dead behind the eyes. I'm still kind of like having fun, but I just kind of am like swaying and being weird. But up until that point, I think I'm really fun. So I'm gonna say that one's true. Someone said you were popular in high school. I would say I was relatively popular in school. I think the only people that I didn't really get on with were just kind of like the boys for kind of obvious reasons. I just never really clicked with boys. I only had a couple of like male friends. I was a bit of a floater. I dipped my toes into most friendship groups and cliques and stuff like that. I'm just a very sociable person. I like being around people and making people laugh. I've always been a bit of a showboater. So the video's getting quite long now, so I think I'm just gonna use this one as the nice little outro. You get drunk every night. I don't know what drunk is. I only ever drink hydrating water here. Okay, so that was intense. I thought this was going to be like super fun, and hopefully it still is pretty fun. But there's a couple of questions in there that I really did, I really went in with the answers there. But that was actually really fun. I've never actually done anything like this before. I've never done like a Q&A or anything like that. Actually, that's a lie. I think I did a Snapchat Q&A ages ago. But I've never done just like a sit down, answer questions kind of video. And it was actually really, really fun. So if you want to see more of this, let me know, comment below, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy, then please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of my face. I upload new videos every week. If you want to follow my socials, they will be linked below. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week for another new video. Bye!